Yes.
When you look at the actual ownership of all these microcurrencies, yes, and cryptocurrencies, right? And then there's the question of the pound sterling. I don't know if they're still using it or not.
Yeah.
hmm You know, it's not that difficult to actually control currency. And well, let's say you had a few $1 billion and you're sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah.
You know, you might want to buy some currency, make it look like you were a trader.
Yes.
Then you keep buying it and buying it and buying it, causing price appreciation. Yes. Then you dump it all and destroy the economy. hmm Now I know that we said that the cryptocurrencies are harmless.
Yeah.
hmm Microcurrencies, the euro. But a lot of these billionaires that made their billions trading currencies, they realized the importance of well, not just strong.
Yes.
It has to be equitable to the rest of the world. You know, the United States currency as a reserve currency, if you were to buy it up,
Yes.
it probably cost you quite a bit. You'd have to use some leverage to be able to do that. And I don't really know. I mean, maybe you are using some leverage. Usually in the forex markets,
Yeah.
um, they do or don't allow leverage to be used. See, well, we let's ask George how he did it. Now, there's what's known as the war on poverty.
Yes.
I mentioned the homeless shelter,
Yes.
and my rights are being violated.
Yeah.
And then we were looking at the various homeless shelters throughout the United States. You know, I've been eating at what's, well, commonly referred to as a soup kitchen, but they don't always serve soup.
Yeah.
And Salvation Army is the third largest charity in the world, or just in the United States. It's almost that time of year where you do some bell ringing.
Yes, it is.
hmm And I thought we were going to audit. Oh, oh, oh. Well, why don't we do a little war on poverty today?
Yes.
hmm I'm in a place
Yeah.
where I'd like to reside somewhere else. And for some reason, law enforcement doesn't feel a compulsion to enforce my rights,
Yeah.
the rights of my sons, and then there's this Marilyn and her kids.
Yeah.
You know, if Mike decided that he was going to Illuminatus so he could vampire himself,
Yeah.
I'd want to know what kind of technology was sewn into their family. Now, for those that don't really appreciate this war on poverty,
Yeah.
there's what's known as food banks.
Yes.
I had been a volunteer at a food bank in Vancouver.
Yes.
Welcome to One Life.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a tremendous experience. I really did like volunteering there. And I remember when we moved to Guam, I sent them an email about, oh, it was Airway Heights.
Yes.
Yes, it was. And I really appreciated being able to volunteer at the food bank.
Yeah.
And as the result of volunteering,
Yes.
I got to choose what items that I would bring home to myself,
Yes.
my wife,
Mm-hmm.
and my four sons at that time, and my stepdaughter. We never really went without because of me volunteering
Yes.
during the credit crisis.
Yes, it does.
See, Heidi stayed home with the kids, and I did the volunteering to provide the necessary food for our family.
Yeah.
And then when we were house sitting in Airway Heights, I volunteered at the Medical Lake Food Bank.
Oh.
hmm And as the result of my willingness to volunteer to help at the food bank,
Yes.
I got to have a big say in what we were to receive as a family. Yes. I had some letters of recommendation on quite a few of the drives.
Yes.
And for all of you that thought, well, he was an abusive husband,
Yes.
father, he wouldn't get a job, he wouldn't volunteer to feed his family. That's not the case.
Yes.
Actually, when it involved the pain and suffering, or was it the comfort and knowledge that my sons were eating very, very well? In fact, I found out that you can use food stamps to buy bulk herbal items.
Pooch.
I made sure that they were as healthy as possible considering our living situation.